What is up, everyone? This is SuperSight and welcome back to another video. Now in this video I will be covering valuable things not to sell. Now this is a very important thing to not sell in Heyday, so yeah, it's a very good thing to know. Right, so as you can see, the boat event has finished. I completed 7 boat orders in all, and that was pretty good. I got a lot of personal rewards, which were good rewards. Right, so we have this here, the package, which is 5 diamonds, and that was for what was right. So for completing the boat event, we got 5 diamonds because we reached that goal. So I will claim that happily for getting those 5 diamonds because it did cost me. Oh, there we go. Right. So thank you to those 2 people and those other people for helping. As you know, it's always best to fill as many, get other people to fill as many as they can, get them to do the work for you. Right. So we will tick the time down all the way to boom. There we go, and we get. Oh yes, yes, we unlocked an achievement. Look how many I'm up to, 27. That's pretty good, I think, for a level 21 player. Right, so that will be our second one that we've got 3 on, I think. Captain. So we've consecutively loaded 12 consecutive riverboats, which is very, very useful. Right, so I'm just going through looking at the different riverboat things. There we go, that's another important one that we have to get 15,000 leaderboard points, but I don't need to do consecutive ones to get that one. I'm just checking if there's any other boat ones. I don't think there's, well, there was some, like, help other people fill up boat things, but, let's see. Right, so I'll come up here, and so I think, yeah, that's the main thing is that I've completed 12 consecutively, and so I'll no longer need to keep doing them like so, because I've completed that captain achievement, which was the important one. So now I won't do any more in a row unless it's got a double coins event on, or unless it's wheat shipments, because there's not really much point doing them. But yeah, I'll see if. Yeah, if, for example, they had 6 requests and I got people to fill out 4 of them and I only had to do 2, it might be worth it because then I'll get the voucher, a whole heap of free XP, plus I'll then get points. But yeah, so, right, now we will level up by... Oh, no! My silo's full. Okay, I'll do it this way. And as you can see, I've got lots of free space, so I'm keeping almost all of my animals fed. Right, so I'll come along here, and then eventually, oh, no, okay, I've got the feed stored, oh, and there's the pig feed. Right, so I should go over the XP to the next level limit very soon. Right, and cow feed goes in there, another cow feed, lots of different food. Right, so Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what we get. I'm hoping for the jackpot, but it's going to be a raspberry, okay. And as you can see, I'm slowly getting vouchers. Still no gold vouchers, but oh, I'm happy. Well, yeah, I'd like to get more gold vouchers. They're the very difficult ones to get. Right, and yes, also, another thing that I will just go into, I'll just make some brown sugar, and I will make some pancakes, and I'll need some eggs, right, so, okay, I still have lots of room, because, there we go, level 22, that is awesome, okay, that is very exciting, so we have unlocked a dog, I can't, yeah, okay. We've also unlocked land deeds, mallets, marker stakes, cherries, cherry tree, small pond, large pond, and bonsai tree. I don't know if I said that right. Anyway, now the most important thing which I am very happy with is the cherry tree. Now the cherry tree is really good because it produces more coins in total than apple trees. So, cherry tree produces 425.2 coins, which is 125 coins more than the apple tree, which means, since they both use saws, I won't be ever planting any more apple trees ever again, because the cherry tree gives far more coins. So that is one thing, the apple tree will be out of business, and need more space, it's about time. Everything's full, don't worry, you can start expanding now, that is really good. I'll just have to buy those materials first, and Imagine if the Scarecrow just stayed there. Mr. Wicker, his name is, isn't it? Right, so I will come through and collect all these awesome coins. Look how many coins I have. I'm very happy with all those coins. Okay, I will sell off some pumpkins since I have pumpkins are what I have lots of to harvest ready. Right, so I'll do that, and that. Okay, and I'll advertise them for now. We will do this. Oh, there's still quite a few. Okay, and we'll plant some sugarcane for now. And we'll go like so, right, so it's still giving me grief with all this silo full stuff, so I'll be happy, very happy when I finally have a really big silo and barn, so that message won't pop up every time I try and do something. Okay, so I have just about finished feeding them, and we will get some popcorn going. The reason why I made butter is because that previous one required butter, that boat order, and if those two people hadn't helped me at the end, I would have needed to use that butter, but normally I'd never produce butter. Yeah, you normally produce the first thing or the last thing, because it's the short and the longest. Longest for when you're having breaks or sleeping, and cream for like when you're actually actively playing Heyday. That's very good profitability thing. Okay, maybe since this is slowly getting there. Okay, come in here and we'll do some carrot pies, and we're finally the final two. There we go, and so that's useful. Right, so we'll put some bread on. We'll need some more cow feed. Yes, there is some cow feed at the bottom there, but we are full again. I'll see if I can make pancakes, but I need the brown sugar, and I haven't got the brown sugar, so I will sell off 10 eggs for now. And I will sell off... Wait, what? No, that doesn't... I don't know if I should go by that, because I don't really want to be delivering stuff to it, but I'll sell off some syrup, some popcorn. I can sell off my butter now. People love butter at this level. Butter in the higher levels is like so useful. It's used in so many things, but at lower levels like this, almost nothing. We don't use cream, we don't use butter, and all the higher players come zooming in to try and buy it because it's so valuable to them, but to us, butter is worthless because we can't use it for anything. Right, we'll get our... It's nice being able to get all my production machines in action for once. And I'll go over here. Okay, I'm just working out what else to sell. I'll sell the wool off, and so that will give me a lot of space. And then I'll check here, and hopefully I start seeing some expansion materials, but sadly expansion materials are rare, so I can't buy that many. Okay, so we're slowly getting into here. Finally getting through all this. Okay, so they're all fed, and these are almost all fed. Right, so we have all our animals being fed right now, which is really good. Okay, now I will just get them going for a while. And so now oh, no, not that cow, that one cow. Okay, so now we have to check that we have enough. Right, so that will make it to 10. Oh, I'll first need to buy some more wheat. I always find that I'm low on certain crops. As you get higher level, you determine what crops you need, and certain ones you need heaps, and other ones you don't need at all. For example, pumpkins, you almost never need pumpkins. Indigo, you need some indigo, but for example, certain ones are really useful, and you always need them. Right, so that will take it to 10. That will take it to 16. Okay, so I have plenty for them. Cows, that will take it to 5, 8. 11. Okay, so they'll be all sussed. Plenty of sheep feed. Pigs, I will need, so that will be 6 plus, so 8. So pigs are almost plenty of feed for the pigs. And there's my cake oven hiding in there, secretly hiding. And there we go, we have unlocked it, and we have got the carrot cake. Now the carrot cake, which I didn't show you last episode how much coins it makes, I think it's pretty high. 41.2 coins. So, unstarred, the cake oven with either 0, 1, or 2 stars will make you 41.2 coins, which is relatively good, and that's where the butter comes in, which I just sold. So, yeah, I should have kept that. And so then that is, I look forward to unlocking this because you don't need butter for this one, and so that's kind of helpful because then you have to, in theory, produce butter to have this carrot cake made because you can't buy it, and so if you produce butter then it's not as profitable as the cream, and then it's another really complicated equation as to whether it's worth producing butter to make the carrot cake, but I'll go into that in future detail. And also another thing which I got last episode was woolly champs, or chaps. I'll say woolly chaps. I'm not sure if that's right. Anyway, they make you 26.4 coins per hour unstarred. Right, so we'll go through here and, oh, no, yeah, I'm not going to find many expansion materials, but there's the dog. I'm just going to call it a dog. Okay, and there's the cherry trees, but I'm not going to plant because I've only got 5 saws, and 5 saws, well, I first have to cut down my apple trees, and as you can see, there are some dead ones, but as you know, I use them to get more people coming into my shop, because they'll see that thing flashing, exclamation mark, and then come. Anyway, and then 3 decorations. Do we unlock? Nope, no fields. No, nothing really useful that level. That was sort of a level that didn't... Oh, wait, yes, but it unlocked that expanding thing, which is very useful, so I won't complain. Okay, and then, as you can see, I've got a few dead trees in that, but I use them for useful things. And I have a lot of... what do I have a lot of? I have a lot of axes, and all these raspberry bushes will be coming ready for them. Okay, so I'll sell off some more bacon, and then another problem I will incur, or will have happen to me, is that I'll need to start having like 6 of each of these, which it doesn't seem, is that 5? Okay, 5 for that one, but still it means I have to have 15 spare space minimum, and any lower than 5 will lead to and that would be 15 minimum space, because normally you'll have more of one than another. So that's very hard, and as you can see, it's very expensive as well, 60 diamonds, so yeah, they're definitely not worth using diamonds on. And you can see that guy did that, but I sadly didn't get any more sales, but I will put on another one, because this is what they're meant to be used for. Oh, there, right. Okay, so that will be, and I can sell off blue sweaters. You have to try and think of everything that you don't need. Okay, so that's got those, and I'll sell off 9 of these because of the overlap in time, because I'll need one of them because that will finish slightly before the cows are finished. Normally, if you put the cream on at the same time as the cows, then there's no point keeping any because they'll come ready at the same time. Okay, so I'm just checking. Oh, that's a good bargain. I'll buy and resell those eggs. Okay, so I'll come back here, put the eggs on for sale. Right, so now we can have 2 adverts going at once. 2 is always better than 1. Okay, so we got 2 adverts, and do we have anything? I think that tree. Oh, that tree there. That one there is on getting people to come and help buy stuff. Anyway, to the main point of this video, which is what valuable items not to sell. Now, it might be pretty self-explanatory, but some people still make this mistake. So I will... those pumpkins right in the corner there. Wow. Oh, now that I should have just planted soybeans so it would take them the same. Anyway, so valuable items not to sell. Now, many people have different things that they don't sell and like to keep, and it varies depending on the player. But one of the most important things to just about never sell, unless very, very early in the game when you've got like no other option to sell, basically, is any upgrading materials. Now, that includes bolts, planks, duct tape, nails, screws, and wooden panels. Now, even if you have huge amounts more of one than another, still do not sell them. For example, I have 35 nails and only 5 screws. Now, I might say, well, I might as well sell off the rest of my nails so I only have 9 nails. Do not do that. That is what lots of people do, and it's a big mistake. Because what happens if then I immediately find 20 screws for sale? Then suddenly I will have a ton of screws and a ton of planks still, but oh, now I'll need more nails and I'm out of nails. So it rapidly changes as to what you have lots of and what you won't have lots of. Currently for me it's screws, but it changes. So you want to always keep every building material you get, those 6 I just mentioned, and so that as you keep upgrading, sometimes some of them will be in shortage and other times other ones will be. But if you're always selling off the one you've got the most of, then you often find that actually the one that you had the most of and you sold off, it might be the next one that you'll be waiting on to upgrade. So you always want to keep those at all costs, so sell anything above those materials. Now, the next thing, which is also, I highly recommend holding on to, is all items that land clearing supplies, they call them, which is like TNT barrel, dynamite, shovel, and also pickaxe when I unlock it. I haven't unlocked it yet. They are very useful for derby events. They're very useful to do that. But even if you're not using them for a derby event, if you mine in the mine, not only do the amount of ores that you get out of that mine equate to far more than selling that pickaxe. For example, let's say the pickaxe costs 200 coins. I think it's 216. But let's say it costs 200 coins. If you use that pickaxe, it's guaranteed that you'll get more than 200 coins worth of ores out of there, because you'll get 5 ores, and so then those 5 ores, if you sell them all, that would have equaled more than the pickaxe. So even if you don't want to have these TNT barrels, dynamite, and shovels, always use them in the mine and then sell off the ores, because that will make you far more coins than if you just sell them off like that. And it's not much work either. Plus, you have the chance of getting diamonds, and mining in the mine is one of the highest chances I find of getting diamonds. It's a brilliant way of getting diamonds when you unlock the mine, which I haven't unlocked it yet. But when I do unlock it in just 2 levels, so I just have to hold on to these for 2 levels, and then I will be able to use them. And so even if you are at that level, do not ever sell them in that raw form. All you have to do is put them in there, use them, and then sell off the ores, and you will have gained lots of coins. So never ever sell those. Another thing to never ever sell is saws and axes. Now, the fact that I find saws and axes for sale in the news, well, if any of those items I've listed, if you find them for sale in the newspaper, it shows a thing about the person selling them. It's like they don't know that much about heyday. Because, for example, with all those items I was just saying, all you have to do is put them in the mine, get the ores, resell the ores, and you will have made more coins than if you sold that. And on top of that, you probably will have gained free diamonds as well. And another thing is with these saws and axes, that, for example, every saw I have, currently at my level, when I've only unlocked the cherry tree, I will make 425 coins per saw. So, you can round it basically to, like, you could almost say that that's about 1,000 coins per 2 saws. So, for example, if I had 100 saws, then that is, wait, I'm still thinking, 50,000 coins. 50,000 coins for every 100 saws. And I had 30 saws a while back, and I have like 40 axes. Now, currently the axes have the raspberry bushes, which aren't I think it's 300 and something coins per axe. But even so, if you times that axe by 300 coins per raspberry bush, that will make you way more coins than if you just sell an axe. For an axe, if you sell off an axe, for example, if we sell let's just, even if it's just 1 axe, you get 36 lame coins. 36. And if you plant a tree, you'll get a 0 on the end of that 36, which will be 360 coins per that axe. So you will get 10 times more revenue from taking the huge effort from growing the raspberry bush and collecting the raspberries, selling the raspberries. You'll get 10 times more coins than than just selling an axe. And so that's why, and so if you sold, for example, 10 axes, then that's 3,600 coins, which you're missing out on. So that's why it is, like, beyond, like, well, no, it's just not very smart to sell axes or saws or any of these items if you've unlocked the mine. It's just not smart. And in regards to selling nails and duct tape and every other building material, all you have to do is watch my other video about the very important thing to do in Heyday, which is upgrade your barn and silo. And if they understood why it was so important, then maybe they wouldn't be selling them. So it's always like a bit of a laugh when I see them for sale. I'm just like, smart player, yeah. But it's all a learning thing, and so that's why it's so awesome that you guys are watching this video, because now you'll know that those items are not smart at all to sell off. So they are basically the very rare few items. Of all the items in Heyday, you can sell off just about every single one of them, and that's totally smart. That's what you should be doing. But these few items, there's like 6 building materials, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the pickaxe, 12. Those 12 items are ones that you do not want to sell whatsoever. It's not that many items to remember, 12 items, and that will be so much more useful in doing stuff. Now, there are the expanding items, which are the marker stake, mallet, and landed. Now, it's sort of mixed opinion, and there's no real, you must upgrade this, you must unlock all this and that. I find it very useful personally to go ahead and unlock the farm, especially since I'm not removing any trees. But yeah, that's sort of up to you whether you want to go ahead and unlock it. I definitely recommend unlocking it, and I will be sure to unlock the whole farm, because I really want everything unlocked, because it makes your farm look so much better. You've got so much more space, and it's cool thing to say, I've unlocked my whole farm. So you probably won't want to sell off these, especially if you're trying to upgrade. Now, normally, these here are sort of like semi-no-nos to sell off. Like, I can understand, because with these, it seems to, since they're available more, you seem to get even more rapid, different amounts. So you might have like 100 mallets and 0 deeds and 50 marker stakes. So like massive differences in them. So it's far more understandable why you would sell off expansion items, and it's like not like you're never going to be able to buy them back. It's things like the 12 things that I mentioned that are very, very hard to buy. These are still very hard to buy, but I wouldn't say that. And personally, in my experience, they're not as hard to buy as those other 12. And since, like, expanding your farm isn't crucial to doing well in Heyday, it's not like you have to do it. But I'd certainly recommend it. Whereas those other things are all crucial. Those TNT barrel, shovel, dynamite, and pickaxe are very crucial to making coins. And normally you want to keep them and use them. And so when you unlock smelters, you can constantly keep the smelters going, because ore isn't for sale that much either. So it's good if you can produce your own ore, because then if you have those, you've always got a ready supply of ore when you haven't got ore. But things like axe and sword, that is just pure coins, just waiting to be had. So like in 4 days, you can get that, like the sale price of swords and axes, and times it by 10 as your revenue and profit, because that's how much you'll get for if you just wait, if you just like do the process of harvesting the berry bushes and the apple, the bushes or the trees, you get so much more coins, and it's so rewarding, because as you know, right, and I'll just exit that deal, as you know, you can get so many coins, 425.2 coins profit for a cherry tree. It's like, that's profit. It's like, who would not turn that saw and use it to grow their own cherry tree and make 425 coins per saw per tree? It's just unbelievably worth it. And so that is why those 12 items, there might, I'm pretty sure that's it, because I'm not really high level, but that's basically the most crucial ones. The town expansion items, like the tar and bricks and that, that's sort of a different thing altogether. I don't think they're that important. But definitely the 12 I mentioned, the building materials, the swords and axes, and the land clearing, mine materials are so valuable, and I recommend that you never, ever sell them. And so they are the items that you should never sell in Heyday. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know in the comments what you think about items that you should or shouldn't sell. Items that you shouldn't sell, and let me know if I haven't covered any that you would have added. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been SuperSight, and remember to make coins faster than honeybees make honey.